Brief history of Eastern Han. Wang Mang attempts to revive idealized ancient Zhou dynasty policies through radical reforms. Complex new currencies and the nationalization of land lead to administrative and financial chaos. A catastrophic flood of the Yellow River displaces hundreds of thousands of peasants. The Chimi, or Red Eyebrows, emerge as a formidable force of agrarian insurgents. In 23 CE, the Chime storm the capital and execute the usurper Wang Mang. Lu Xiu, a descendant of the Western Han House, rallies a coalition of regional landed elites. Lu Xiu's disciplined forces defeat the Chime and other rival warlords. In 25 CE, Lu Xiu declares the restoration of the Han, becoming Emperor Guangwu. The capital is moved to Luoyang to align with the empire's economic heartlands. The rejuvenation begins, stabilizing the empire through a pragmatic administrative synthesis. Guangwu reverses Zhen policies by restoring private land ownership. The government stabilizes the economy by returning to standardized coinage. Guangwu adopts a policy of lenient governance to allow the war-weary population to recover. Mass manumissions grant commoner status to many who were bonded during the Zhen era. The government reduces tax burdens and corvée labor to revitalize the agricultural sector. Decision-making power is concentrated in the Imperial Secretariat for direct imperial control. Regional landed families who supported the restoration consolidate their influence. Massive irrigation projects are launched to boost grain production and stabilize the economy. In 69 CE, Emperor Ming dispatches Wang Jing to oversee vital water conservancy projects. A monumental engineering project begins to stabilize the volatile Yellow River. The project successfully prevents major diversions for the next 900 years. The North China Plain is secured as the empire's primary grain-producing region. The population surges to over 34 million by the end of Emperor Ming's reign. Early Eastern Han leadership achieves a peak of internal stability and productivity. The rule of Ming and Zhang represents the golden age of the Eastern Han. Emperor Ming dreams of a golden deity flying before his palace, interpreted as the Buddha.
方才所见，莫非是梦中之境？
Emissaries are sent to the western regions to retrieve the sacred teachings of the deity. Indian monks arrive in 67 CE, bringing Buddhism formally into China. In 68 CE, the White Horse Temple is established as the first Buddhist temple in China. The translation of sutras introduces spiritual salvation as an alternative to Confucianism. In 79 CE, Emperor Zhang convenes the White Tiger Hall Conference. Prominent scholars debate the classics to resolve disputes between competing schools. The historian Ban Gu synthesizes these debates into a comprehensive ideological manifesto. The three human relationships are codified as reflections of the eternal cosmic order. Confucianism is transformed into a state religion that justifies imperial autocracy. Recruitment for the bureaucracy is institutionalized based on knowledge of the classics. Ban Chao discards his clerical work to emulate the explorers of the Western Han. In 73 CE, Ban Chao joins the military and strikes against the Xiongnu at Yiwu. He uses limited resources and tactical brilliance to establish Han prestige in Shanshan. Han control is extended to the edge of the Pamir Mountains by 74 CE. In 89 CE, Han forces decisively defeat the northern Xiongnu in a major coalition. The victory drives the Xiongnu westward, clearing the primary buffer for the Silk Road. In 90 CE, Ban Chao repels a 70,000-man Kushan force to maintain hegemony. Over 50 kingdoms in the western regions submit to Han suzerainty. The Silk Road flourishes, exchanging luxury goods like silk and porcelain for spices. In 97 CE, Ban Chao dispatches Gan Ying to reach the distant Roman Empire. Gan Ying is dissuaded from crossing the sea but provides detailed reports of the West. Ban Chao's career secures the Silk Road and expands the Han's geographic knowledge. The court eunuch Cai Lun revolutionizes the process of making paper around 105 CE. He mashes bark, hemp, and rags into a pulp to be dried on bamboo racks. Paper provides an inexpensive writing surface that replaces cumbersome bamboo strips. The adoption of paper revolutionizes the Han bureaucracy and spreads literacy. The polymath Zhang Heng improves the imperial calendar through precise astronomical study. Zhang Heng constructs a water-powered sphere to model the movements of celestial bodies. In 132 CE, Zhang Heng creates the world's first seismograph to detect earthquakes. The device can indicate the direction of an earthquake hundreds of miles away. Governor Dushi designs a mechanical system using water-powered bellows in 31 CE. Hydraulic power allows for the continuous, high-volume production of cast iron. Affordable, high-quality iron tools drive a massive boom in agricultural productivity. Innovations like the wheelbarrow and adjustable calipers further increase labor efficiency. The social structure of the Eastern Han is grounded in a firm Confucian hierarchy. A new class of landed gentry emerges, combining wealth with success in civil service. Ban Zhao, sister of Ban Gu, becomes a highly influential intellectual and educator. She completes the writing of the Hanshu after her brother's untimely death. Ban Zhao writes lessons for women as a manual for feminine behavior and ethics. She advocates for the education of girls so they can properly serve their families. The text emphasizes the three submissions to father, husband, and son. Her work reinforces the patriarchal structure and moral expectations of the era. Gentry families create power bases that often rival the central government's authority. Land accumulation by the elite begins to displace independent peasant families. Despite their wealth, merchants remain socially lower than farmers in the official order. The balance between the central throne and local elites begins to fray. A series of short-lived child emperors creates power vacuums in the late 1st century. Consort clans, Weiqi, seize control of regencies to preserve their family status. Emperors turn to palace eunuchs as their only loyal allies against domineering regents. Eunuchs become gatekeepers to power, often selling government positions for profit. The partisans, a coalition of scholars, rise to protest against political corruption. They advocate for a restoration of Confucian virtue and an end to eunuch influence. Eunuchs convince the emperor that the scholars are forming seditious factions. The partisan proscriptions of 166 and 169 CE begin as a wave of purges. Hundreds of officials are arrested, executed, or banned from office for life. The empire's administrative elite is gutted, leaving the government in corrupt hands. Alienated gentry families turn away from the throne toward their own regional interests. Internal decay leaves the central government vulnerable to looming external crises. Natural disasters and heavy land accumulation fuel widespread peasant desperation. Taoist healer Zhang Jue founds the Way of the Great Peace, gaining thousands of adherents. In 184 CE, the Yellow Turban Rebellion erupts across northern China. Zhang Jue declares that the blue sky of Han has lost the mandate of heaven. To crush the massive uprising, the central government decentralizes military authority. Local governors are allowed to raise independent armies and levy their own taxes. The rebellion is suppressed, but the regional generals become independent warlords. General Dong Zhuo seizes Luoyang in 189 CE and burns the ancient capital. 8-year-old Emperor Shan is placed on the throne as a puppet ruler. Cao Cao emerges in the north, rescuing the emperor to rule in his name. Cao's defeat at the Battle of Red Cliffs ensures that China will remain divided. In 220 CE, Cao Pi forces abdication, ending the Han and beginning the Three Kingdoms.